Hello everyone, this is Sidekickjason speaking with another audio commentary for Season 2. Today we'll be discussing Episode 35, Mavis and the Trucks. So before I start talking about this episode though, I really want to talk about that intro. I don't believe I've discussed it before yet, but if any of you have caught what I did there, kudos to you I guess. That little scene I came up with is kind of a fun intro that was replicating the opening scene of, I believe it's Rock and Roll? I'm not sure. It's one of the episodes from Season 4. Scarloey goes past Renee's station with that exact tune behind him, and he goes past that in the waterfall, and the camera pans the exact same way that I tried to replicate it. So, kind of just a fun thing to show how I've tried to replicate the TV series with these Tomy and Trackmaster trains, and being able to create my own stories with them, and add a new variety to the TV series with my own ideas and things. So yeah, that's kind of a fun intro. So today's episode, Mavis and the Trucks. So this episode, because whenever Mavis appeared back in Season 1, it was usually something with Percy that was going on. In Haunted Jobs, it was because Percy, they were his haunted jobs, and then in Diesel Danger, that was another thing with Percy. And so Mavis was always being tied to some other character. And I wanted to give Mavis kind of her own independent story where she was the main character. Kind of like how in Timber Trouble I wanted Boko to be the main focus. And so this is kind of Mavis's moment as the main character. This one was fun because I got to incorporate the idea of the quarry expanding and getting a new part of the quarry. So this new section of the quarry, I tried not to show any scenes of it in Season 1. I mainly only filmed it for Season 2, and well, for the episodes that I filmed for Season 2, back when I filmed Season 1. And it turned out really nice. I really like that area, having the caves and the mine shafts that the engines go down, and you'll see later in this episode how I incorporated that into the plot. Kind of fun. Yeah, so this quarry, that shed that Mavis is under right now. I have never had so many problems with a foam item before like that shed. That shed has collapsed on me more than a dozen times, and I believe now it's actually, I just scrapped it at this point. I made a new one that's more realistic. It's the one that you see in the narrow gauge engine shed, the one that's on the right side next to the stone shed, the wooden one there. That's the one that I recreated, and I prefer that one much more because that one just kept breaking on me. So, yeah. Anyway, random thought about that shed. So, and now we get to tie into the plot, this new area of the quarry and the mine shaft that I was talking about earlier. So, this is kind of a fun little thing that I got going on with Mavis going into the mine shaft. These scenes, when I was filming it, was really funny because the space that's actually there under that little rock for the actual shaft wasn't very big, and so I'm like pushing the trucks so that way they're in the darkness to take these shots. But I think it kind of it works with what the scene was supposed to be, because I mean the shaft was supposed to be a tiny crammed little space, so it's not like a camera would have moved around very easily down there. So kind of having everything up close and kind of squished makes you feel claustrophobic, and that's kind of the feel I wanted to give with that. So yeah, the troublesome trucks tried to get away, and then they ended up going down the mine shaft, and now Mavis is worried that she will get in trouble for that, but she actually doesn't, because it was the troublesome trucks' fault. So that was one thing that's always been interesting in the TV series, is the troublesome trucks do something bad, but then the engine gets blamed. Truthfully, probably shouldn't it be the crew members that get blamed, but we're talking about a fictional series about trains here, so I mean we can get away with things to an extent. Obviously, we shouldn't try and get away with as much as like what went on between seasons 13 and 16, but we can have some fun with it because it is imaginary. So There is Smudger there. He's a custom engine. I'll probably talk about him more when he actually later appears in an episode. He was fun to have involved in this, but I'll explain that later. Take his advice, subscribe, visit the channel, check out the news blog, and be sure to check out our Google Plus page and the Facebook page. So we'll see you guys again in 2 weeks with another audio commentary, and have fun.
We hope to see you again soon. Come back often for more videos.